Welcome to this new sightseeing video. In this sightseeing video we're gonna look at the Sepang F1 track, which is located in Singapore. So we're currently, let's say, kind of pretty close to the circuit. There it is. So let's have a closer look at it. As you can see, it's, I would say, the track itself, the track itself is really good, but the buildings around it are, they simply require some attention. Hopefully someone picks it up to modify these things and add the tribunes and etc. to it, or the grandstands, etc. So here we can see the track. There are now some I would say default buildings added to it, right, which doesn't make sense at all. And there you also see the airport, which is close to the track. So let's see where we can find the start position, which is there. So we probably need to make another circle above the track. And we're doing that in style, right? We're doing that with the Airbus H135 with the Red Bull Livery. It's one of the first helicopters, free helicopters for Flight Simulator 2020. Still was very cool to fly with. So here we are at the straight piece of the track with the start finish line and the pit to the left, and then we need to make some turns, and that are, I would say, very sharp turns, which we probably can't make with the helicopter. You need to be aware that you can do some stuff with the helicopter, but not everything. If you're steering too fast, it will simply crash, and that's of course not what we want. So here we see the track below us. You can see some corners, and you can see some very sharp corners, which you probably know from watching the television or when watching it live. Then we make another turn, and then we're back at the back of the tribune. So let's do it from scratch again, because below is the straight piece of the track. And then we're getting the corner pieces. Also keep an eye on the altitude, of course. And then that's the cornering piece. And you can see some very sharp corners, including almost a 90-degree corner. Now we need to look at how we need to fly, and that's to the left side. Then we've got another straight piece, which is a very short one, which eventually results in a larger straight piece of the track, as you can see, with a very sharp hairpin corner, and then it will go via the tribunes or via the grandstands, and there's also some grind or something, or not sure what it is. And then we're making another turn for the final straight piece, and that will bring you again, after making another 180 degrees turn, back to the start finish. So let me try to do it another time. Let me first fly a little bit away from the track, and let's try to use a different view. It has multiple different views, right? One of them is this view, but unfortunately it's, I would say, it's kind of hard to fly with because you can't see the altitude. So probably the one behind the helicopter, this one is the best. So here again we see the straight piece of the track, and there we see the cornering piece. Need to turn a little bit further, and here's the highway, so we shouldn't, I would say, compared with the track. Here we see the track again. So the track makes some sharp corners, right? And then we've got some straight pieces. And then after the, I would say, 180-degree turn, it will, let's say, bring the drivers to the next straight point or to the last straight piece of the track, followed by a 180-degree corner again, which will bring them on the main straight piece again. So as you can see, it's a really difficult, I would say, track to fly over with the helicopter, right? So we're gonna reduce the altitude a bit and also reduce the speed a bit, and let's see if we can make some, let's say, make some slower progress. So here's the I would say last piece, right, of the track. You can see a lot of high-speed corners. And then we're gonna use or abuse the functionality of the helicopter to fly or to turn. Then you're at the back of the, I would say, of the tribunes or of the seatings, and then you will end up at this straight piece, which is we're just flying over, which will eventually result in a 180-degree turn, which will bring the drivers back to the main straight piece. And also here's the pit entrance is located here. As you can see, we're almost arriving at it. So here it is, right here you can see the pit entrance. And you can see that the track has multiple layouts, right? So the layout we did a flyover was the F1 track. But there are multiple layouts, as you can see. So here's the pits again. You can see that it's really the default scenery, right? So it's not the adjusted or updated scenery like we see for Silverstone, which is currently in development. And then we're ending up the track part, which has a lot of corners. You can see a really high, let's say, the drivers are ending up with a high speed at the end of the straight piece, and then they will need to follow the corners, which you can see here. Let's try to avoid that we're crashing with the helicopter, so we'll need to increase throttling a bit. Here also the helicopter spots which we're flying over, right? You can see them below us. Then we're back at the end of the track, almost. So we're flying to the grandstands. There, on the right side you can see the, I would say, main the main seatings, which is, I would say, kind of funny because it has, let's say, a piece which is looking at start finish, and also a piece which looks at the last straight piece of the track before ending up at the start finish again. So this was the sightseeing tour over Sepang Formula 1 circuit. Hope you liked it. If you liked it, then consider to use the like button. If you've got questions or comments, then feel free to post them in the comment box below the video. And if you want to stay up to date about new videos I'm posting, then consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.